Yeah. Before we get to our third episode, Keith's got a very important message. Yeah, this episode is fueled by Optimal Human. Yeah, a complete nutrition drink with over 90 powerful ingredients. Yeah, let's get to the episode. Yeah, welcome to our next episode, episode 3. We got a great guest. Yeah, she's controversial and white. This is where I like it. Yeah. Welcome, Pearly Things.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for making time for us. Do you like to be called Pearl or what do you go by?
Yeah, Pearl's
Pearl?
good. Yeah.
Pearl. Okay. Pearl. You're too young to be named Pearl.
I feel like it's just it makes me stand out a little bit. I can wear pearls, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came across your videos. I think it was a reel actually. You was in trouble though. You was hanging out with what was his name? Nick Fuentes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How did you get mixed up with him?
You see what he did to Kanye? Kanye was talking shit about Jews about 3 weeks.
Well, what happened with him? Yeah. Someone asked me to have him on, and I just saw like a little clip of him, and I thought he was funny, so I was like, "Yeah, come on." And then I'm
didn't do your homework.
Now it's been. Well, I had a lot going on at the time. I was doing like 4 shows a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then every interview for now a year, that's like the first thing people ask me.
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen some things, like he speaks a lot of truth.
Yeah.
But it's that one thing he says that like throws all that out the window.
His delivery.
Yeah.
I don't actually think he's a white supremacist. I think he's more of a provocateur.
You think so?
I don't know. They call us white supremacists.
Well, I don't know. I thought he was nice. So I don't really. I don't know anything. Everyone always tries to get me to like condemn him every time. But I don't know. I feel like people always say like bad things about me, and so it's like other people could do the same thing to me. So I just if someone's like polite to me and nice, I'm
like that whole term white supremacist doesn't mean anything anymore. You know.
Just means
well, and that was the thing when I Googled him. It said like, anti-Semitic, racist, but they say the same thing about everyone. So I was like, that's probably fine.
Yeah, I'm the black face of white supremacy. Did you know that? Yeah, that's what they say.
Oh wow,
black face of white supremacy.
Yeah.
Oh well, but what do you think? What happened with him and Kanye?
Oh,
when I saw him on Alex Jones, I was like, he had that thing on his face. You couldn't even see him, but you could tell it was his voice. And then Nick Fuentes was sitting over there like, he was just doing this the whole time. I was like,
I know.
How the hell did he even get close to Kanye?
He was like, I taught you well, my son.
I don't know, actually. I think he might have said it on the show, but I can't remember. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think Nick Fuentes was his motivation to say those things. I think he probably had that in his heart to begin with. I mean, having Nick along didn't help.
I don't know if you can make Ye say anything.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Every time I watch a video of Kanye, man, he looks like what's that video game? You driving a car and you just killing people for no reason. Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. Whenever I see a reel of Kanye, it reminds me of Grand Theft Auto. Just the way his mannerism and everything he's doing is like, man, this should put him in a video game.
I don't play the game, so I don't get it.
Yeah, it's a horrible game.
I'm gonna switch gears here. I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now you want to make marriage? You want to ban marriage? I mean, not ban marriage, divorce.
What's wrong with you? You want to ban marriage? What are you, a homosexual?
You want to ban divorce?
Yeah.
You know, I've actually recently changed my opinion on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that we should ban divorce for women because we divorce for stupid reasons, but I think men should be able to divorce because they usually divorce for good reasons.
Oh, men do? Couldn't agree with you more.
It's usually like a nagging fat wife, and the woman just wants to eat, pray, love it. So,
right.
Yeah, I came to this conclusion after I interviewed 1,000 women. It changed my point of view a lot, to be honest, because I would hear like why relationships ended for men and for women, and the men would be like, well, she was like hitting me and I had to like, it would be like a serious thing, and the women would be like, I just outgrew him. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
How do you outgrow
that could mean anything.
Yeah. So you want to ban it for women?
Yeah.
All right, I got a scenario for you.
Okay.
Let's say we're married.
Okay.
You caught me banging a bunch of right?
Genders.
Transgender.
Oh.
That's what I said.
You said trainers.
You catch me banging a trans. We're married, right?
Do you do that?
No. I'm just saying.
Just a hypothetical.
Why did you think of it?
I just wanted to put you on the spot.
Well,
And I got AIDS. I got AIDS.
I'm just
And I'm asking,
thinking,
should you
of
be able
all
to get a
the-
divorce?
Wow. Of all the, well, then don't I have AIDS if you have AIDS?
Well, it's a cure
Maybe-
now. Look at Magic Johnson.
It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so if you have AIDS and I have AIDS, I would have to stay because
stay, die
who's
together,
going
huh?
to date you with AIDS?
What is AIDS websites now? AIDSdating.com.
Yeah. So
Did you know the difference between AIDS and HIV?
Yeah, HIV. I mean, you have
It's the virus that
virus.
causes AIDS. AIDS,
Yeah.
full blown AIDS. You just
That's
Like that?
hyperbole. I was just.
yeah.
I'm just thinking you got to stay like even more then if you caught something. What else are you going to do?
That's a good response.
That's actually an excellent response. right. You know, I'm up in arms about what really is a marriage. You know, like when you know, I've been raised
Between a man and woman.
it's between man and woman,
Yeah.
but then you got two females, two men want to get married now, and I'm like, why do you even want to call it a marriage? Because you know, being married has always been a religious sacrament. Now you just want to hijack some forms of Christianity or religion and use it for your own purpose, even though you don't believe in religion. But all of a sudden you want to be married? Doesn't make sense.
Do you think? Yeah, it's not really a religious sacrament anymore. We're kind of in a post-marriage world when you think about it. It doesn't really exist. Like, how can it exist if the average marriage is 8 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we've been married for 27 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. First marriage.
I'm happy for you guys.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
You know, it's becoming the exception. It's not really the rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even gray divorce is increasing now. Like that's like a new.
Nobody actually cherishes relationships anymore.
You in a relationship?
Yeah, but I don't. I don't want them harassing him. So can we not?
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We don't have to get deep. You don't have to get them names or anything.
No, they just the internet just harasses whoever.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's wild.
Like
man.
my wife keeps everything private. I don't share her
Yeah.
information or anything.
It's like my daughter has like a YouTube channel, and people go over to her YouTube and her Instagram and like talk shit to her about who I am and do you believe the same stuff your dad does? It's like ridiculous. Yeah, just the internet. Just people have no accountability because they're behind a keyboard. Kind of sucks, but
Yeah, I understand why you want to keep some things private because
Yeah.
he's not black or anything, is he? He's black. He's black.
No,
You might want to keep that in the wrap.
not black.
I was just joking.
Not, but
have you ever dated a black guy?
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, train wreck.
She
Right?
said that like it was just, yeah, I don't know why I was thinking. These Negroes.
yeah.
No, but seriously, like when I was growing up, when I started dating, I was like, I didn't care what they were, so I was attracted to them.
You're a damn lie. You wanted a white woman, you knew it.
I wanted anything.
Nah, you wanted anything, but you wanted a white woman.
did it go well for you? How'd it go?
They all went pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they went pretty good.
Good.
Said I was too big, but I was just joking.
You so stupid. You got in some trouble. You just got sued for intensely. What was the verbiage on that? You intensely
Exploiting.
exploit a vulnerable person or something like that.
I got sued?
Yeah,
When?
yeah.
no, it was a lawsuit.
It was a lawsuit.
Was that wrong? Is that incorrect?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Who sued me?
I don't know.
It was a question we were supposed to ask you.
Someone like was raising money to sue me, but they never did it. But
Really?
they did raise a lot of money, so I don't know what they did with it.
Sounds like a good scam to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this one chick came on and basically like it was so weird because on her way to she knew what show she was going on, but then it was like after she said she didn't. And then she said she'd come back at the end of the show, but then after she saw the comments and claimed she didn't have consent or whatever. It was just weird. And then she went on TikTok and tried to raise money, and then I never heard from her again.
What was she trying to sue you for? You know? Or?
I don't know. Some like not having consent or it's some bullshit. Like
Yeah. crazy.
Don't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's a TikTok about it, so you can, see what she said.
Right.
Yeah, I came across a lot of your videos.
I first came across you on Vice, but that was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And you were sitting with all the other crazy women. And I thought you was like rational and objective, and you supported all your arguments. And it was like these women were talking, and I like looking at you in the background while they were talking. I could just see you like, you stupid bitch. I could like see it. And I was like, I was getting so frustrated for you because I was like, how is she staying so calm around all these crazy women?
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you find that's true for a majority of women?
Yeah.
That mindset?
Well, I think under the age of maybe like 35, there's an increase in narcissism because we had access to social media. So I just think there's a lot of like narcissistic women. So, yeah.
Yeah, I found women, my relationships, women can be pretty damn evil.
Oh, yeah. I think women are evil in general.
Yeah, I know men are evil, but I think, don't get me wrong, men are evil, but women, man, they take evil to a whole nother level. Like, I had a girl tell me she was pregnant when she wasn't. I had a girl went to child support on me, right? Child support, my ex. Even though I was paying her and I was paying the receipts and everything, I show up to work one day and I got this envelope that says confidential. It says my name on it. I said, well, I'm not opening that shit. So I get around to it. They're going to suspend my license. Child support was like around, I think it was like 60 some odd thousand with penalties and everything. Even though I've been supporting her the whole time, we have been living together off and on. Yeah. They just go behind your back and it's just, and then you remember the whole Lorena Bobbitt thing where she chopped a dude's mushroom tip off.
Oh, yeah.
And women actually laughed about that.
Yeah, misandry is accepted in society. Yeah.
I could only imagine if a dude just chopped off a woman's tits, and if guys laughed about that, they would be like, cancel it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think all evil kind of comes from women. When I realized all the world's problems come from women.
Yeah. It's not the man's fault. It's the woman's fault for driving them crazy.
Seriously, no, because I looked at like criminal stats, and they're all from single mother homes. I don't even think women are more nurturing. We're more likely to kill infants and the elderly. Like when men kill, they kill for a reason. It's like, disrespect or whatever. I'm not saying it's like a good reason.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, women, it's like when women get power, they're just evil with it. Women are terrible when they get power. Even queens, the last 500 years, they like looked at who was more violent, men or women, and women are more likely to wage war.
Like, I think a good representation of that, what you just said, is like a female police officer. They're like the worst.
Cringe when I get pulled over by a cop. I see a female come up to me. Yeah. I cringe. I hope it's a white guy coming to the car. I'm afraid to see a black guy come up or a female, because that black guy, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got something to prove to the white guys, and then a white woman is just power tripping.
Yeah.
Every time I've got a female police officer, it's just been crazy. Get out of the car, spread them water. They're very.
I don't think they shouldn't have female police officers. It's just like, why? It's like the Special Olympics. Like, get out of here. It's like that's what I think of when women are in like those roles. They're like treating them seriously, but they can't do the same job.
They can't.
Do you think women? I mean, I agree with you. There are some women in some occupations shouldn't be, performing. Like, how about leadership roles, like CEOs, things like that? Leadership.
I mean, I'd rather not. There's like exceptions, but I just don't think we're better in it. In my opinion.
Like, I seen the black mayors, the one in Chicago and the one in New York, and
I'd rather have a woman.
And they bring up the fact that they're black, and they make the job tougher on them, or they're criticized more because they're black. I think whenever you come from a marginalized group, such as being black or a woman, that kills you. When you do get the position, it kills you because you've been indoctrinated to think a certain way, and I think it hurts them from a leadership standpoint, and it just
especially when it comes to a woman, because they've been told they only make about 80 cents on the dollar.
Have you seen that job listing where a fireman is paid between 15 to 18 an hour, and so is a diversity and inclusion intern?
Wow.
I think men are underpaid. I think women are overpaid. I think women just have like useless jobs.
Yeah.
Generally. Look at what happens when women take over an industry. education, what happened, IQ. It used to be a mostly male industry in the late 1800s, early 1900s, then women took over. I mean, IQs have been dropping for 50 years, 75 years.
Yeah. Well, Keith, you know how I feel about women. And voting.
She feels the same way, I think.
Yeah, you know.
I should have brought you guys T-shirts.
Yeah, I saw your T-shirt on your Instagram.
Yeah. So you don't think women should vote?
No, I started looking at the early suffragettes, like their writings. So it was like there was the suffragettes and the anti-suffragettes. And like I always heard in conservatism, even from the right, that like first wave feminism was good. And, you know, the more I looked into it, they kind of warned about what was going to happen because the anti-suffragettes was like a group of wives and mothers that were against women voting. And they said if women get the right to vote, taxes are going to increase. There's going to be more government regulation. And this is going to be the breakdown of the family. And they compared it to communism because instead of policies that were pushing families, it was individualistic. And basically everything they said that would happen happened.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I was looking at some of the polls and some of the vote rankings, like when last election for Biden, and I seen the statistics on females voting liberal.
Oh yeah,
it's like overwhelmingly liberal.
It's like the black vote for Democrats.
Yeah,
I think if you ban African Americans and women from voting, this place would be a great place.
So not only should we ban women, we got to get the Negroes.
Well, okay. If they just switched it to net taxpayers,
Yeah.
I mean, that would solve a lot of. I also think if women are on like alimony or child support or any of that, they shouldn't be able to vote. Let him vote. He's paying for your lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah, it's like Socrates. I think that's why he got killed. He was a Greek philosopher, right? And he said not everyone should vote. They should have a certain level of competency before they can vote.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. Everybody can vote, but you got to get a license to vote.
Yeah.
Like driving a car.
Yeah.
Because, man, we got some idiots running around here deciding on how all of us live our lives.
Yeah. If you can't pass, like Joe Biden, I very seriously doubt he could pass a cognitive test.
Yeah.
Well, it started, the reason it's actually funny. I came to that conclusion kidding because I just kind of said it as a joke, like maybe we shouldn't vote. And I started doing a divorce documentary. So I kind of wanted to figure out why men don't want to get married anymore. You know, because I kept hearing this like in the manosphere. I kept hearing like, don't ever get married, ever get married. My parents have been married 30 years. So I was kind of just like, why do people not want to get married? And I just started going down the rabbit hole where the laws favor women. And women get alimony 90% of the time. They get child custody 90% of the time. And I couldn't, you know, it seems like basic that you should have 50-50 custody off the bat.
Right.
Unless it's 50% his DNA. Why doesn't he get 50% custody?
Yeah, unless he's banging trans or something. Yeah.
And I started interviewing politicians and like men's rights activists. Like they've been around for 50 years. So why haven't they been able to accomplish anything? Well, because politicians need the female vote, and it's career suicide.
Right.
So why is it fair that men pay all the taxes, they do all of the hard jobs, and yet women have more of a say on really the most important thing, which is children?
Yeah.
I kind of noticed you mentioned that on Vice. It's like women only want to take advantage of the system. Like you don't see like a lot of women doing like tough jobs like construction or
they all want to be CEOs, but they don't want to earn it. They don't want to do the tough and gritty jobs. Yeah,
it's like 90% plus in all the hard jobs, men.
Yeah,
like infrastructure jobs.
Yeah.
Basically, and they'll still count a woman if she's like waving a flag on construction. Like, how does that count?
Yeah.
And
we having some houses built out in Vegas, and all the workers are men.
Yeah.
And I was so astonished. I saw one female out there.
Yeah, but she wasn't really doing that. She was fetching the stuff for the guy. We're sitting there, she's just getting the stuff on. And he kept getting, no, that one over there. And she would go over and get it. I was amazed by that, but she was just like hers.
Well, the top jobs for women are assistants, preschool teachers, and I can't remember the third, but they're jobs that
like nurses.
I mean, okay, I think if it was all male nurses, it would be better. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I went to the VA one time, and this one female nurse, I thought she was going to kill me.
You was in pain for your back, right?
Yeah, I couldn't walk for I think it was like going on 3 weeks. I said, I got to get to the hospital.
Yeah.
And then I got to the VA, and this female, butch-looking bitch, too. She had short hair, and, man, I couldn't walk. I was in so much pain. I kept blacking out. I was in so much pain. And I was getting up out of the wheelchair, and she just took me and just threw me.
Because you was taking too long?
Yeah, because I was taking too long. And the way they was manhandling me, man, it was the most scariest thing I ever experienced in my life because I was in such a vulnerable position. I was in so much pain, and that woman showed me no remorse.
Well, and that's why I don't think women are more nurturing. I really don't, because there's no evidence that says they are.
Yeah.
We're more likely to kill the elderly.
It's just a talking point, really, at this point.
Yeah, got a damn good episode going on. Hey, before we get to that, hey, over 94% of y'all are watching, but you ain't subscribed. What kind of bullshit is that? Did you forget? We got a lot of damn good shows coming.
Yeah.
I mean, famous people.
Yeah.
I'm not having a bunch of plumbers and got some real people. Well, they real too, but
No, they ain't.
they ain't famous. I got famous people coming on. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so y'all get notified whenever we got a damn new show coming.
Well, these people, they got brains. They know how to subscribe. And
Well, the white producers is telling us to say that shit.
I think women are really good at like saying how amazing they are.
yeah, they are good at that. They definitely are.
And I don't even mean this. I was trying to think of one thing that women were better at. And so what I would do is people would give me stuff and I would just start Googling like stats to see if I could find stuff to back it up. I was like, guys, we have to be better at something.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Anything.
Anything.
I think women are better at yoga. That shit's hard.
No, okay. Hear me out. I bet you if there was money and a top 10
Yeah.
yoga people, there was
Right.
a guy that would figure out how to do it better.
Yeah, destroy that shit.
I looked up because they were like cooking. I'm like, guys, come on, we have cooking, right?
Right.
Top Michelin chefs, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, nurturing, right?
Yeah.
We raise
Yeah.
better kids, right? Single mother versus single father homes, men.
Yeah.
Okay, we're better with the babies. We don't. 1 out of 3 women's had an abortion.
Yeah.
We kill the elderly.
Yeah.
It's like,
So, yeah, women just a bunch of savages.
yeah. And I don't even mean this. I don't even mean this to hate on women. I just couldn't. I just couldn't find anything we were better
You're just
at.
looking for something to back up that. Yeah.
Can you guys think of anything?
I can, but I don't think I should say it. You know what I'm talking about. Don't say it.
She's Catholic, man. Have some respect.
That's why I didn't say it.
What? I don't get it.
He likes to get sucked off.
What is wrong with you?
I was joking.
I mean, now guys are dating, so it's like, why?
Why you keep throwing that in my face? I was joking. See, women are all like plumbers. They're always bringing up old shit. I ain't gonna. Yeah. Whatever.
I find women, I mean, I don't think women are inferior by any stretch of the imagination. I think they're very intelligent, like you, very quick, very witty. But women nowadays, they'd rather be a victim than someone that can actually spread knowledge and bring everybody together. It's just, I don't know what the hell happened to our society over the last 2 decades. It's just everybody wants to be a victim. Everybody wants to complain. Nobody wants to do anything about anything, you know?
Yeah, but even me, it's like if I look at the male commentators, they're usually better. Like, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's like I just think guys are better at stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I was talking to my daughter. She's like, "Who you interviewing tomorrow?" And I said, "Pearly_Thingz." She's like, "What?" My daughter's so excited. She said, "No, I just seen her with Andrew Tate, and they destroyed this black bitch." And I was like,
Oh, Esther. Oh.
"Yeah." And it's like I think you're like really humble,
Yeah.
but from what I've seen, you're really good at what you do.
Yeah.
Even
Thank
though
And,
you don't
you're
have
not mean or evil. It comes from a good place. You're actually trying to help people see the light, and they don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't think people really want the truth. They want what makes them feel good
Yeah.
about themselves and society, and I think that's why society's moving backwards. Actually,
I think it's moving backwards because everything's for women.
yeah.
We make 80% of consumer buying decisions. So
Yeah.
all of marketing's towards women. Education is female, centric. I think 80% of teachers are women. So
They
you
even
go
threw
through-
trans women in there. I find it
what's
astonishing.
funny? You know what's funny? I'm going to tell you a funny thing. Even the trans issue, they make it about women. When it's actually more men become women than women become,
Right.
sorry, more. It's 80% of trans people are actually women becoming men.
Right.
But all we hear about is the swimmer.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Because no woman, they say they transition, but they never really transition. Their wardrobe changed, but they never change. But you don't see any woman, becoming a man per se and dominating anything.
That's men and the men. Yeah. You never see that shit. Could you imagine that? A woman going in the NBA
Yeah.
or playing football?
Oh, she's dead.
Well, even like women invade male-only spaces all the time. Where
Yeah.
do you have male-only spaces, really?
Right. Right.
They have writings from the 1900s of men complaining about this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Please share.
It's on, if you look up gynocentrism.com, there's like a lot of writings there. It's really interesting.
My mama shared my first experiences with transgenders out of the Bible. She showed me pictures of.
I don't know where she got that from.
I don't know where she got
We're
this
like
picture.
kids.
My mama was so petrified of me being a homosexual and doing drugs. She used to wake me up 2 a.m. You didn't suck any dick, did you? Did you smoke any weed today?
Yeah.
Right, because she thought I was gay because I had green eyes. And there's this myth that if you're black and light skinned, you're a homosexual. Like all the kids used to bully me, say, "You a gay guy, ain't you?" I said, "No, I'm just handsome."
They used to call us Milli Vanilli.
Oh,
We was in
wow.
school, yeah. Yeah, but mom was petrified.
Yeah,
Well, I
so-
think it was her dad more or less. He didn't. He wasn't for the gays.
No, what I was trying to say is when I grew up, my mama would have Bible study, and you grew up Catholic, right? We was Christian Baptist. I don't know if that makes a difference, but she would show these pictures, and it was a woman with a dick, and she says, "Look here, son, don't ever do drugs. Don't ever be a homosexual. When you see women walk around with dicks," he said, "God is right around the corner." And she instilled that image in my mind, and then I'm starting to see everything that's occurring nowadays. You actually see him. I was like, look at my mama, a woman with a dick. It's
But
like,
we was what 9, 10
yeah,
at the time.
You know
10,
what's-
11 years old. Yeah,
You know what's crazy? I had a volleyball tournament in the spring, and there was a whole team basically of dudes. Like, playing.
really?
It was a spring tournament, so they're a little bit more lenient. But it was it was called All Nations, and I don't know what's going on in Brazil and Thailand, but they got a lot of because that's actually what got me demonetized. So you might want to cut that.
Oh,
word.
really? You got demonetized for talking about ladyboys?
Yeah, I said and I said that men are smarter than women, and I guess because that's a attack on a group, you can't say that. So I get to reapply
Even if
in a
it's
week.
factual. I mean, I think there's statistics that backs that up.
30 high IQ. For every 30 high IQ men, there's 1 high IQ woman.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
I
I
came
You're supposed
across
to know that. You're a man.
I came across a study. Some woman was sharing and said on average, women's IQs are higher than men.
no, I think they just make that up.
They just made it up.
Well, okay, this is
These sorry ass bitches.
I think okay, because the whole education system became more feminized because they added things like attendance to boost your grades or like essays. It used to just be you take a standardized test, yes
Right.
or no, and so it became more catered towards things that women are good at. I think that they do the same thing with IQ tests. My opinion. That's opinion. That's not fact, but that's my thing.
And it seems like all this stuff that's going wrong in society is all because of Democrats.
Women.
Liberal.
Women.
Yeah. Women. Yeah.
Yeah. Even conservative women get a little liberal in your way.
Yeah, look at, what's that, Nikki Haley? But there was a lot of Democrat women running to the polls to support her, too.
Yeah, I very seriously doubt she's any type of conservative. The shit comes out of her mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's how she's even where she is now because of women voters and because she's a woman.
Yeah, well, how are they winning, women?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like they just show a video of some abortion and women run to the polls. They're like, you won't be able to kill your kids. And the women are like, no.
I find that amazing that women think that's empowering themselves. Like, when I want to get a woman pregnant, I can do it. I know how it works. It's like I can keep her from getting pregnant. Just me.
Yeah.
Women have the same power.
Right.
It's like they just, like, getting pregnant is like catching COVID or something.
It's like 40 forms of birth control plus.
Yeah.
There's so many options.
You know what the best
it's like
method is?
What?
Just pull out.
Well, I don't think girls are like in charge of that. In a way. Well, they kind
That's
of
the
are. They kind
dudes
of are,
that
but-
laying down with. Say, I'm responsible. Say, hey, I'm fitting to come. I'm going to pull out of it.
Yeah, well, women lie about being on birth control, though.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they lie about being pregnant, too, so I learned that out.
But it's like guys will invent all these options. They'll be like, all right, ladies, all right. You don't want to get pregnant anymore. Here's some birth control. All you got to do is take the pill at the same time every day. Can't do that. So they're like, you know what? We'll make another pill. All right, guys, just the next day. Here's a plan B. Just take it, all right? Can't do that.
All invented by men. They still can't get
It's
the
like
shit right.
ladies. It's like they keep inventing stuff and we just can't do it.
Yeah.
I
women invented anything of importance?
No, I think when they look at inventions, it's roughly men are 80% of inventions, and then 150 years of Nobel Peace Prize, 0 all women teams.
Yeah.
Wow.
0. And only out of the 150, I think 19 are co-ed. So men even. Yeah. So I don't know. These are just the conclusions I've come to. I'm like, guys, can we get good at something?
Yeah. What made you want to go down that rabbit hole to find all these statistical facts about women?
What red pilled you?
Well, it started like 3 years ago. I found men's like dating advice. So I thought it was so interesting to watch.
Men's dating advice?
Yeah. Do you know like alpha male strategies? Have you heard of him?
I think I came across that.
I came across that
like
bullshit.
like basically guys teaching men how to like talk to women or whatever.
Right.
I just thought it was interesting.
Right.
So I ended up going to like a PUA camp. Which is, I don't know if do you know what PUA is? Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys have been married for a while.
Yeah, I know.
But it's
I'm a good man.
it's basically like guys teaching each other like how to get laid, and they'll pay like $5,000 to go like learn how to get laid for a weekend. I swear to God.
What?
Yeah, and it was like 10 guys paid like 5, and back it's probably like 7 or 8 now with inflation.
Really?
Oh my God, these guys are losers. You paying somebody $5,000 how to get laid?
Some guys are struggling.
That is crazy, man. I can't find no pussy.
Let
me go online. And, look.
Well,
$5,000. They're teaching me how to get laid.
Yeah, and 1 out of 3 men are sexless under 30. And that doesn't even include men that maybe had sex like once a year or like,
Once a year?
Yeah, I mean, so it's probably higher.
Those nuts is full.
Well, because the number one way people are meeting under 30 is online. Women only swipe right online 5 to 15% of the time. When women are given choice, they basically organize ourselves into harems.
Yeah. Like it's so easy for a woman to get like sex, right?
Yeah.
Like a guy, when I come up to you, I have to have like some kind of, I got to approach you a certain way to get your attention, right?
You gotta be
right.
You gotta present a something that they want. Like you gotta present an image that, hey, okay, this guy's got money. He's wearing Gucci.
Does that play a role?
Money is, women select higher for looks under 30. It switches to money after 30.
Status.
Well, status is higher under 30. So they'll select for like long-term money. So like, I think under 30, it's like more likely to be a car. Over 30, it's more likely to be like a pension. Something like that.
What do you think is the biggest?
Give them credit there. Women get wiser as they get older.
Hey, let me ask you this. What do you think the biggest misconception men have of women when it comes to sex? Because I see you give relationship advice.
No,
like I
don't give relationship advice, but I just talk about patterns and trends that I see.
Right.
Because I don't feel like I can give guys advice on how to like get laid. Like that's their thing,
Yeah, you being a woman and all.
Yeah. No.
But if you had to give advice, for a guy, let's say I'm struggling. I can't pick up women.
Yeah. What am I doing wrong?
What turns women off about guys?
I think women when men are too commitment focused too soon in the modern day,
Clingy.
Yeah, like
Simps.
women kind of think something's wrong with them.
Yeah.
So
I'm definitely not clingy.
I mean, that's what I would say.
Yeah. Would you call that simping or?
I mean, I think simping.
It's kind of like simp. It's like it's the start of some simping.
Or I don't know, even like the way they put women on like pedestals nowadays. It's like you would think the way they talk about women is almost godlike.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
You know what I found out about women? If you treat them too nice, they'll walk all over you.
Oh yeah.
It turns them off.
And it
right?
turns them off.
Yeah.
Like when I'm too good to my wife, my wife would get. Not my current wife, my ex-wife in other relationships.
No, it was your current wife.
Not my current wife. Not my current wife. Like other relationships, if you way too nice, you up under them 24/7. That's a huge turn off for a lot of women. They don't like to be around significant other like that.
I mean, we're more likely to reproduce with violent criminals than not. So
It's the bad boy image, right?
yeah, women, we love a bad boy.
Yeah.
Just take you and just.
You talking about yourself too, huh?
Women, I always say women are women. All women have a nature. It's
Yeah.
just some women lie. So
Yeah.
Like when a woman cheats, why do you think she cheats?
I think that what I see typically is that women will date the men they actually like between the ages of like 20 to 28, roughly. Then they want to get married, whatever. So they date a guy they're not actually attracted to. They don't actually like. They just want a kid. They get the kid. They stop sleeping with the husband. Usually it's like after the second kid. And then they cheat with the personal trainer.
Yeah. I bet my wife getting fucked right now.
No,
Let me
I
call
mean,
this big shot. Fuck you at. I'm just kidding.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's just a comment, like, because when you interview so many people, you just start to hear the same stories.
Right.
And so that's just like one I hear. It's like she stopped sleeping with me after the second kid.
Yeah. I
Or
mean,
first
like
kid.
men cheat because they just.
It's just
Wait, shut up. Let me do some talking.
It's like available there.
Yeah, it's like. I don't know. It's more like a notch on their belt. It's like.
yeah.
I don't know. If she's like attractive and good looking, and it's like just a notch on your belt.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
I see a phenomenon with men nowadays, especially if you got any type of status. It's okay to have a side chick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Women, if the top men stopped having side chicks, women would be the ones to protest first.
Yeah.
No, seriously, look at like
Right.
I heard a story on one guy came on the show and he like knew a bunch of like top athletes in the UK, US. Women will hunt them down. They don't even care if they're married. They'll get a hotel room at the place and hunt these guys down.
Yeah.
Women are very predatory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll try to get them to cheat. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think behind the phenomenon when you see a black guy, he makes it into the NFL or the NBA, they always got white chicks?
Well, majority of the time.
Yeah.
Not
I'll
all
say
the time.
99.9% of the time.
Ain't that much, man.
Yeah. It's very common.
I mean, it's common. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
common.
why do I think that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they like white chicks. I don't know.
But like you said earlier,
Well,
you
if
think
you look at obesity stats alone, I know that black women have higher obesity rates, and I think
Too
there's
much fried chicken and sweet potato pie.
I don't know. There's no more.
crazy to say. You sound like Nick Fuentes.
I mean,
It's true. Our diets, our
There's
culture
no
is bad.
bigger. There's no bigger cardinal sin to a guy than being fat.
Yeah, I can't stand a fat bitch.
Guys will take an absolute whore over a fat chick any day. They're like, you know what? She's got Onlyfans, but at least
Yeah.
she doesn't have a bunch of blubber. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I like you. No, it's like
And women do that. They get fat after they get their kids or whatever.
Yeah.
That's why I say women. I'm like, we just have the tendency to act up. That's why the men should be able to divorce. If he's in a sexless marriage,
Yeah.
she's fat. Well, what is he gonna do?
yeah. I haven't reached that point.
What?
No sex in the marriage. We still have sex.
Yeah, we still have sex often.
Yeah.
We had sex this morning.
This morning.
Mhm.
It's been
And
a
day
couple.
before.
It's been a couple days for me.
Couple days.
Yeah.
That bitch probably cheating.
Crazy as hell.
She ain't got no personal trainer, do she?
She ain't got no gym membership. Not that I know of, anyway. Hey, bro, I got a great question for you.
I've been tweeting about this too much.
Oh yeah. Why do you think black women hate white women?
I don't know. They do though.
They hate y'all with a passion.
You know what I think it is? This is my anecdotal
They think
outlook on this.
They think they're inferior.
I think they see themselves as being inferior, and they're not as pretty as white women. That's what I think, and because the white woman is like, I don't know, it's like the pedestal of greatness for women. I don't know. Maybe it's coming from my because I'm black. Because
Okay.
I don't know.
That's
But
what we've been taught. like when I was a kid, I grow up, my older brother say, hey man, y'all not too dark. Y'all might can get y'all a white one. He used to say that shit to me.
Wow.
he said that.
He said that shit when I was like 12. It's like, and then you see all these white men going overseas, A lot of people, like in Thailand, they all have white husbands. It's like a status thing for a lot of people. That's why I brought up the question about a lot of these black men start dating white women, become successful and rich. They always go to a white woman. I think a lot of times
The black men want them because
other
it's a status.
cultures see white people as a status symbol. I made it. Look, I got a white wife.
Well, if you look at dating app stats, it goes Asian women are number 1, white women are number 2, Hispanic then black. And so
I would put Hispanic tied with white women. I would put, well, I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna say something racist.
Well, black women are dead last.
yeah, I mean, but it kind of correlates.
They're like last
but
in everything.
It
though.
correlates with the obesity stats too,
Yeah.
though. So
I think you can correlate it too. It's not because black women. I find black women they are beautiful. It's just a lot of baggage comes with it. Their attitudes are messed up, and a lot of times, like I've been in a relationship with white Latinos. The only woman that when I get in a serious argument with, and they put their hands up like they want to fight, is a black woman. Ain't nobody trying to deal with that.
I got a true story. My first wife was black. She used to beat my ass. I'm not even joking.
I used to come over there.
Shut up. Let me tell my story.
Well, let me just share my perspective. I used to come over there, right? Okay. I said, Keith, man, you got scratches all over your face like you've been fighting a damn tiger. I said, this black bitch is going to kill you. She said, no, man, I don't want to leave her. I love her. I said, that bitch is going to kill you. And I was very concerned, but he couldn't see it.
I was in the Marine Corps at the time, and one day we got into an argument. I would never hit her. I would just get her, shake the shit out of her, and then she called the cops. I'm going to tell them you hit me, right? Mm-hmm. And she's screaming, doing all this. Then the next door neighbor say, hey, what's going on over there? I'm calling the cops on you, right? Cops come. And I already ran into these cops a few times because there was always a disturbance at my house. The cops get there, and this one black cop, I said, look. He came to me and said, she's claiming you hit her. I said, look, if I hit her, she'd be knocked out. She would have bruises. She would have marks. Mm-hmm. I said, I have not touched. I said, look at my arms. Look at my face. I said, I'm just trying to defend myself. I never hit her not one time. Look over her body. If you see a bruise, okay, I'll say I did that. But it didn't. So he went down there. He talked to his white cop friend. And then I could see him. I was upstairs, right? They was down there talking to that crazy black bitch I was married to. And I could see him talking. And then they looked up at me like this. Oh, we taking her to jail. Because she didn't have no marks on her or anything. Mm-hmm. And she was so vindictive, she was trying to get me arrested.
Women are more abusive than men. If you look at one side, most abusive relationships, they're hitting each other. But if you look at one-sided abuse, I think it's 70% women.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people live to believe that it's more men that's more violent than women.
Well, that's because women lie. And that was another realization I had on my show. It was every time a girl said she was essayed, raped, or I don't know if you could say that on YouTube, so I would say, but essayed, raped, or abused, I would ask like a couple questions. And like one story that comes to mind is one girl said, oh, he threw me down the stairs. And I was like, okay, so like, walk me through exactly what happened. Because they always bring it up and then they don't want to talk about it. Why'd you bring it up?
Yeah.
So I was like, no.
He threw your ass down the stairs.
So, because I'm like, someone might know who he is. So if you're going to say that on a public platform, what happened?
Right.
And so then I came to find out that she was trespassing. She wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
So I think he was just trying to get her out. And I'm like, wait, so you didn't live there? And then she's like, no. And I'm like, and he wanted you gone. He told you to leave. She's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, then you're trespassing. And this happened to me so many times. Like every time a girl would bring it up, that I was just like, you can't believe women ever, huh?
Yeah. Very vindictive, man, manipulating. Oh my God. I've had some bad experiences with women that will make you cringe. Like, look at the whole ordeal with Trump. And he just got found guilty in a civil trial. I don't know how the hell you get found civilly convicted of a crime if they haven't criminally prosecuted you.
Well, they don't have any evidence.
On top of that, it happened 30 years ago. There's no videotape. He was found guilty of rape. What was that lady's name?
Carroll.
Jean Carroll.
Yeah, something like that.
How in the hell and I bet you a majority of that damn jury was females.
Oh, and now judges are becoming more female too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and then the problem is they expand the definition. Because what do women do when they want to
hurt you,
confuse you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
They switch the definition. So if I say like, do you find this fat chick hot? They'll say like, what is beauty? Like what is attractive, right? They do the same thing in court, where it used to be rape, used to be forced sex. Now it's sex without consent. And the problem is that makes it broad.
Right.
And that puts it on a spectrum. Abuse used to be you hit him and then he didn't respond or whatever. It's like unprovoked hitting, something like that.
Right.
Now it's emotional abuse.
Right. Emotional abuse.
Financial abuse. And so that's what they do. They expand the definition so no one knows what it is anymore.
Yeah.
And then you can accuse men of crimes they didn't commit.
Yeah. Yeah, when you open something to interpretation, everybody has a different interpretation. Just something is just bound to go wrong there. How much did he had to pay her?
Like $80 million.
$80 million.
But he got sued. She sued him for that money and won because he defamed her. She said she was raped.
Yeah.
He said he didn't do it, so that's defamation of character. That's why she won. But she can't prove it.
That makes absolutely no sense.
So I like to see that.
Someone claims she raped him. I said, no, I didn't rape her. Just because I have an audience, and then that defames her character.
Yeah.
But it's not defaming his character.
Yeah.
I think a good percentage get convicted too. I think there's a good percentage of rape, like men that are convicted of rape that didn't do it. And there's guards that they interviewed about this because they said there was basically like two, like in jail, there would be guys that were like found guilty of rape. And they, like, eventually they'd kind of admit to it. They'd be like, yeah. But there was a percentage of guys where they would just know, like, I did not do it. And it didn't matter how long they'd been there. They would just say, I did not do it. I did not do it. And I think the guards said it was like 15%. So think about, like, that's a big number of men that are in jail and have that on their record.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
and that's why I say when women get power, we're evil.
Oh, most definitely. Diabolical.
But that's why I think the marriage contract is so messed up because we have too much power in it.
Yeah.
Like we shouldn't have leverage.
I think a lot of the things like child support and alimony, I think back in the day it had context because I think men abused their power in the early 40s, 50s, 60s. But
not really.
But now I don't think it has much context because I think for most part, most relationships are in a better position. Women are in a lot better position they were, 3 or 4 decades ago. I mean, just like affirmative action, I guess it had some context back in the day, but nowadays it shouldn't have any context. We're a much better society today.
I don't know. There's writings from like the 1800s about court being unfair for men.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just think men, there's always going to be simping. There's always going to be women that get men to defend them.
Yeah. Like Charlie Kirk.
Also,
like that video. You did a video the other day. I guess he was on a podcast and they were talking about abortion.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing.
That shocked me when I saw that video of him say that. It's like
women don't have no responsibility in that?
Like it's like women are
1 out of 3 women's had an abortion.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'll believe it.
And black women, they say it is
birth control.
Birth control.
It's
they don't
totally
say it is killing. I mean, this something very. I've known women in the black community that's had 3-4 abortions.
Yeah, before they're 30.
Well, I don't know. Conservative. I grew up watching trad content or like traditional conservative, and there's a lot of simping in it. I see it all the time.
They're trying to get the woman vote.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Like even because I go back and forth with like Ben Shapiro, and I want them to debate me. They won't accept it. I think they know I'll win.
Yeah.
Because marriage, like,
he's good against kids, though.
Well, I mean, marriage is just objectively a bad deal for men in 2024.
Yeah.
There's no, I mean, you could feel how you want about it with religion. Maybe it worked out for you, but you would never sign a business contract that the other person's paid to leave.
Yeah.
Right.
You just wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Like, I understand all these professional athletes, and they don't get prenups before they get married. Because they walk away literally with half of your shit. Houses, they'll take your house and then bring another basketball player, your teammate, and have sex with him in your house. That's how vindictive. It happened with some Los Angeles Lakers players, Derek Fisher.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, it's really common because in the UK, I interview guys with for the divorce documentary, and one thing that women will do, a guy will just be at work working his like normal job, and they'll go get it's called like a non-molest. It's like some word for restraining order, and they'll literally get a restraining order while he's at work. He can't come home. And then he's put on child support, and especially during COVID, it was put up to a year, so a year and a half till he could even go to court. Now he doesn't see his kids. He has to pay the mortgage on the house, and he has to pay her child support. And a lot of men in the process, like they're 8 times more likely to commit suicide during a divorce. So a lot of men get zeroed out.
Yeah. Because it's unfair.
It's not fair.
Yeah. Like I'm starting to see a lot of these relationships where there's trans kids involved, which is an oxymoron. Those two terms shouldn't even come together. But the father's losing the right to stop their child from taking like things to help transition or prevent them from going into puberty, things like that, getting surgeries. And men are losing their rights to say no, but they give all the rights to the female.
I interviewed a guy like that. He's in California. And the mom was raising the daughter as the son, it was a son, as a non-binary.
Yeah, yeah. What the hell does that mean, non-binary? You're not female or male?
You're a turtle. You just lay eggs. Crazy shit. Hey, what do you think about, I think it's a bullshit term, toxic masculinity.
I think we have way more toxic femininity than masculinity.
I think all things that are masculine that don't benefit women are demonized.
Right. See, that's the comment you made on Vice. It's like, I was like, I like her.
Yeah. Well, because when you think about it, if a guy gets into like a fist fight in the like at school, they're gonna tell them to stop, whatever, even though that's kind of just how guys are, Right. But if he's paying for dates, that's celebrated.
Right.
Any masculinity that's in service of women is always celebrated. Yeah. When it's not in service of women, it's demonized.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna bring up the Jews. Like I just recently learned this, like the term Semitic. I always linked it with just a Jewish person, but it's not exclusive to Jews. It's the Arabs and Jews from that area of the world.
Semitic means any person, a resident of the Middle East. But before today, I got a colleague of mine, he explained to me what Semitic means. It means a person from the Middle East, but it's linked to just Jewish people. When you say something that's anti-Jewish, they always label you an anti-Semitic. Like a lot of people's getting called anti-Semitic for the thing that's going on in Israel and Gaza. And people saying, like, I seen the videos of kids and the bombing and they killing like people's grandmothers and things like that. And I see people who speak out against this, they label them as anti-Semitic when all the person is really doing is trying to say, hey, I don't like these Semitic people bombing these other Semitic people. How can I be labeled as anti-Semitic when I'm just defending the rights of children and the elderly?
Yeah. And they're all Semitic people that's involved there.
I find that whole situation really confusing. I don't even really have an opinion on it because they both will say that the other side's killing each other, and then they'll both say the other side's faking it. So,
right.
So I'm like,
like that when they bombed that hospital, they said, "Oh, Hamas bombed their own hospital." I'm like, do you have any proof of that? And I was like, I just heard it somewhere. Yeah. It's like there's no proof to back up either side, and it's like. That's why there'll never be peace in the Middle East. Everybody's full of shit.
Yeah, and nobody over the past 3 years with COVID, I mean, everything has destroyed my trust in any government, whether it's liberal or conservative, because everybody has an agenda. Everybody's not really seeking truth or objectivity. It's just everybody wants to push a narrative instead of really being a journalist, which is finding the truth for everybody. Like we don't have a journalism is there to hold both sides accountable. Without objective journalism, you don't have people holding these people accountable. They can just run amok. They can do whatever they want. And our journalists today in America is just horrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah, like when I look at CNN, it's like me watching Comedy Central. It's like people actually believe this bullshit. And then I go to Fox News. The majority of the things I agree with, but then I see them stretching things and exaggerating certain things from time to time. It's like, man, we're all going to lose if these people don't be held accountable for what they're saying and doing on television.
There's always money funding something.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Man, it's kind of hard for CNN to talk down about the vaccine when they're getting paid millions of dollars per episode. Right. So it's like it's a conflict of interest, but money is the
and you can't really
evil.
Fox can't really criticize Israel for the things they're doing in Gaza because
that's like the conservative thing now is be like pro Israel.
Yeah,
I think you can't really speak out against it.
Yeah, the war stuff just confuses me, so I kind of stay.
Well, whenever you have a war,
you're real smart. Like, you a credit to your gender.
She like these niggas trying to get me in trouble.
No, it's not even that. It's like it just confuses me.
Yeah, no, it is. Just people bombing each other. Well, when I first found out what Hamas did, I was like, man, that is crazy what happened. And I totally agree with Israel wanting to defend themselves and their sovereignty and all that, but the way they're going about doing it, I was like, I don't agree with that. You know? Yeah. Hey, you want to talk about the Jews, man?
I'm done talking about the Jews. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I want to be called anti-Semitic again. I don't want Ben Shapiro jumping all over me.
Yeah. Like when that thing happened in Israel, everybody just totally forgot about Ukraine.
That's the only good thing that came out of it.
You totally forgot about that shit, right? Yeah. Everybody's talking about what's going on in Israel. And Tucker Carlson, he recently went out to talk to the president of
Moscow,
Russia. Yeah. I haven't checked it out yet. Have you had a chance to look at it? No, me either. Everybody's giving him shit.
I've been demonetized. I've been chilling.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll see you guys in 3 months.
Right.
So,
did they give you a time frame when you can get it back?
3 months. At February 12th, I get to reapply. So.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is crazy.
what did you say?
I said, no, I asked them. I asked them what I said because they let me meet with the YouTube rep. I said, and I said that men are smarter than women, and that got me demonetized.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? You are right to have your opinion, but then they don't take that same criticism and look at the things that the left is pushing, like men could be women and vice versa.
Yeah, and
the controversy around children being taking these drugs and having these surgeries.
They definitely would not monetize you for saying women are smarter than men.
Oh, yeah, they wouldn't care.
Wouldn't even care.
They wouldn't care at all.
Yeah.
Probably get better advertising on your videos, too.
Yeah, it's like it's a double standard. You know why it's a double standard? Women.
Yeah, women are great marketing. That's what I always say. We are great at marketing how awesome we are.
Yeah.
24/7.
I mean, it takes a level of intelligence to make men into simps and to take over society.
Well, women have an advantage over men because of sex.
Yeah.
I think men are like really sex driven. Maybe I'm just a sex addict or something. But
Well, it's probably it's a need for men.
it's a need. It makes me feel whole.
You know? Really? I just got tension built up and I just need a release. Like, I came across your video last night. You had a bunch of Onlyfans chicks. And I don't have nothing against women that want to do. I believe in freedom. But the women...
You believe in freedom,
I believe in freedom. But those women over there, they were saying some of the most outlandish things, and it was very vulgar. I get vulgar at times, but it's like they was trying to mask something, like they was trying to cover something. I was like so flabbergasted when I was saying it because they was just saying the most... This shit was just crazy. You know how sometimes we get vulgar, right? Mm-hmm. These women were like times 10.
Yeah. So what do you think about these whores?
Well,
well, define a whore. What do you think a whore is?
I actually made... Could I play a video here?
Yeah, of course.
Could you do a video, the hierarchy of whoredom? I made definitions for you.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I went through it with the men. I surveyed all because a bunch of guys come on the show too, so I surveyed them on what they think a whore is.
Right.
Because it doesn't really matter what the women think; it's what do the men think a whore is.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
Hoe is someone that does.
You all smiling and shit.
For attention. What up, guys? Welcome to the Just Pearly Things YouTube channel, and welcome to my whiteboard videos. Today, I am going to go over the hierarchy of whoredom. Before I start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. That way you're gonna be notified of my daily videos. So, this last week, I decided that I wanted to know more about whores, sluts, hoes, nice ladies, and I forgot to add one. Sorry, guys. Ladies and wifey material. So, this week we did a show where we really wanted to define the terms because a lot of men out there cannot define what's a whore, what's a slut, what's a hoe. A lot of the women, it's like, what is this? And I'd like to tell you guys, in 2023, if we go by a historical point of view, 95% of women would be whores. However, we are in 2023, so we got to adapt to the times. So I surveyed some men to see what they thought. The definition that we came up with was a whore is someone that has sex for money or does slutty things for money. A slut is someone who does it for sex. And a hoe is someone that does it for attention. So we went through some scenarios as a class.
like
A
that.
whore is an OnlyFans worker, a stripper, a hooker, or an escort. I think I spelled escort wrong, but never mind that. A slut is a woman cheats on her boyfriend one night stands. Because what's she doing it for? Next, we have a hoe. Now, this is a girl, ass pics on the gram, okay? Or 15 plus bodies. Now, okay, guys, there's been a lot of dispute. Some guys are saying, no, it's way less than that. I just ask the people. I just report the news. Let me know if there's anything else we should add to the top 3. But that's what we got for now. So then we have a lady. So a lady can have roughly 5 to 14 bodies, okay? But she cannot have gotten these through one night stands. So no one night stands. Okay. You can only have gotten the bodies. Maybe you got ghosted, took an L, but you could still be a lady. You have 5 to 14 bodies. Now let's define a nice lady. 0 to 5 bodies is a nice lady. And wifey is a virgin, is wife material. So now that we have some definitions, what I wanted to do was I wanted to make a hierarchy of whoredom. Now, I'm just repeating back to you what the markets. Don't shoot the messenger, okay, ladies? All right, so here we have the least desirable. Here we have the most desirable and most rare. So what is going to go on the least desirable level in terms of sluttiness? This is the hierarchy of whoredom. All right, so at the bottom, we have hookers. Now, there's many names for these ladies. Hookers, escorts, streetwalkers, night walkers. But at the end of the day, they're selling for money. We have porn stars. Now, because they're not just straight selling sex, they have less partners. But porn stars are above hookers. Onlyfans. Ladies, you're not at the bottom, but you're not far from it. You're just above hookers, porn stars, then Onlyfans. Next, we have strippers. Now, a stripper can go on to live a normal life because there's no maybe she didn't sell sex for money. I mean, we all know what goes on in the strip clubs, but maybe she just stripped. So then, now this is the most disputed one. I asked the men, what's worse? Would you rather take a single mother or a woman with a high body count? Now, we all know that there's single mothers with high body count. Like, we all know, but I said you have to pick one. And the men picked, drum roll please, high body count. If you sleep with too many people, you are barely better than a stripper. Now, what number this is very disputed across the board. I've heard numbers like around 25 it switches. They'd rather take a single mom. I've had some guys say 10. I've had some guys say 30. I don't know when it switches exactly for men, but let's just say somewhere between 15 to 30, they'll take the kid over the bodies. Don't shoot the messenger. Now remember, if you have both, you're lower. But if you just have a kid and not the body count, you're slightly above the whores, but not by much. I mean, hoes. These are hoes. Baby sluts. Baby sluts. The hoes and the sluts. And remember, level of ladies are mid-body count. So again, I've had some dispute, but what I've gotten is like 5 to like 15 roughly. Men will take that over the kid, but it switches around there. Then we have low body count, which nowadays is like under 10, under 5. Again, please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just repeating back what I've been told. And at the top, virgins. This is the hierarchy of whoredom from least slutty. Let me know if there's anything I forgot, guys. You know, I love giving these lessons to you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification. And I will talk to you guys next time.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah. That's very thorough. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Very accurate.
I did a show and I had the guy. It was like half guys, half girls. So I just had him fill it out. It was kind of fun.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't come across that. I missed that.
I don't know.
It was a damn good video.
Thank you.
I would never, it might just be me, but I would never want a virgin as my wife. Too much blood. Jesus. It was a joke. It was fucked up. That's horrible. Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Wow. You wouldn't want one?
Yeah, my first wife was actually a virgin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that ended in a train wreck.
Well, the virgins of today aren't the virgins of yesterday because they have so much attention off of social media. It's none of it's really a sure thing.
Yeah, I think the technological advances like Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
I think that's been a detriment to women.
Yeah. Well, not really, because
So they always been hoes.
no, well, sort of. But I mean, I don't really believe the women that lived through the 70s and they're like, oh, it's like the new generation. I'm like, really? We've heard about Woodstock.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
there's just no evidence for you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Because I grew up without a cell phone, and you know, as I got older, we got cell phones, and I would get pictures from my girlfriend that was sexually provocative. But now you see these women do the exact same thing I used to get from my girlfriend, but they put it in front of millions of people. That's why I think technology has been a detriment to women.
Why would they do it if it didn't serve them?
Right. Right.
Like, so there's a reason they're doing it. They're either making money or they're getting attention from high status men. So that's that's why I say women automatically organize themselves into harems.
Right. Right.
Because women would rather be a side chick to a guy they like than marry a guy they don't.
Man, that's powerful.
Y'all want a 250? We got you a 250. The F250. 6.7 liters, power stroke, 37-inch tires, 20-inch rims. That truck is hung like a horse, 37 inches. Go to officialhorsetwins.com. Anything you buy from the site gets you automatically into the win.
No purchase necessary. Board where prohibited. See official rules for details.
That's so very true.
And the problem you get with a lot of church chicks, like, so I've heard anyway, they want
church chicks?
Yeah. Because the problem is there's a lot of like feminism in modern day churches. I mean, you can see it like one with the gay flags and that sort of stuff, but they start to, they don't believe in actual like biblical submission. So they'll say like, you can only submit to him when he submits to God. But what does that mean? She gets to determine when he's submitting to God and not. So you get a lot of like controlling church chicks.
Yeah.
Is what I've been told anyway.
Right.
So they'll like weaponize sex. Like,
Yeah, women do that, especially black women. You don't be a good boy, you ain't getting none tonight.
Yeah. That's why I don't date the black chicks anymore. Like I have a fight with a black woman, right? She won't have sex with you for like weeks.
I think all women do that.
No.
Wait,
but when I started
say
dating,
that again?
they won't have sex with you for a week. It's like a punishment. It's like a tool for them to manipulate you.
Oh, yeah.
To behave, right? And I find that most definitely true for black women. But when I started dating white, Latino, that wasn't true. We would have a fight. We would have the best sex in our life. But for black women, there was a crutch they would hold against you.
I think that men should be able to cheat if their wife says no, because it's like what you're gonna. He like committed to you for life, and you're gonna use it against him.
Yeah. Like if I say my vows and to death do us part, and you just stop having sex, I should be able to go. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like she find you cheat. Why are you doing this, bitch? We haven't had sex for 3 months.
I'm in my damn prime over here.
Yeah.
I mean, no, girls will. I've interviewed guys that didn't have sex for like 3 years.
I know I've heard
Really?
stuff like that. I used to have this friend say, "Yeah, me and my wife haven't had sex in like 6 months." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Man, we've just been arguing." I'm like, "You don't think she's cheating on you?" He's like, "No, she would never do that." I'm like, "Man, bitch, you crazy as hell." Women like sex just like men like it.
Yeah.
It's really no difference.
Yeah. Like it's a red flag for me if we go like 8 days without having sex. Something's up. And more often than not, it's her initiating the encounter. So for a woman just to turn her back on you not having sex, that's a red flag.
Well, she doesn't like him. I mean, because women marry men they don't like all the time to get a kid.
Because they have benefits, a good job.
And it's funny because you'll hear a lot of, especially like trad cons, like admit to it. I'm like, why are you bragging about begging your wife to marry you? That's like not a flex. Like, like she should be begging to, like she should be dying to marry you.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the trends and patterns I see anyways.
What do you think society would be at 30 years from now?
Oh, I think you're going to see an explosion of hookers. I think it's going to be crazy. Right now, there's more OnlyFans or cam workers than teachers. Think about that. And that doesn't even include women that use Instagram for sex work. I think it's going to be normal. I think like when I have kids, they're going to be raised with like other kids that their parents have like OnlyFans, sex work, that sort of thing. You're already seeing like men wife them up.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be normal. Yeah. I think that I think it's just going to basically be the top men have more women. Because think about it. 50% of women between the ages of 25 and 45 will be single and childless. What does a world like that look like?
Yes.
We know that when women get choice on dating apps, that's the most choice you're ever going to have. We swipe right at most 20% of the time. So what does that say? The top men are going to have multiple women. You're going to see more cheating from them, more side chicks, more arrangements like that, and the bottom men have nothing. And this is all because women pick it.
I'm not going to have that problem, I guess. Just joking. Don't look at me like that.
It's not. I mean, even like a situationship. What is that?
Yeah.
Side chick.
Yeah.
But like women won't openly admit they accept that. But by and large, women are.
Yeah, I noticed that like men, we're attracted to women, their look, right? That's what we look for.
Yeah.
That's what opens the door for us. Like women, it's not so much the looks, it's your status and pretty much how much money you make. Is that wrong for me to say that?
Women are more physically picky than men now. Because men find like 50% of women attractive. Women find 80% of men as ugly.
Really?
They found 80% not unattractive, not okay, just ugly.
Yeah. Y'all find more women, they rather sleep with a woman than a man nowadays. It's more common. You see these people in relationships, women dating women, and it's more common that they find men revolting.
I find that women do that when they get to like the age where they can't compete with what they used to get when they were younger.
Yeah.
So they'd rather be with a girl than a guy they don't like. And even if you pull, I think 1 out of 3 women actively hate men. I can't. It's in Aaron Clary's book, so I'd have to remember the exact stat. But only 5% of women adore men.
Wow.
So women just don't like men that much.
Yeah.
So a lot of women have fantasy of being with another woman sexually.
I think that's natural, ain't it?
Hey, let her answer the question. I'm asking Pearly the question. Pearly things.
I think they've done a study on that. I think it's more than half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you? So over half of women are attracted to women?
I think
There's an
so.
attraction.
I think
It makes it, oh, bitch, look at your hair.
I don't remember, but I think so.
Yeah.
I'll say.
It's common. Like,
I mean, are you attracted to women at all?
No.
no.
You're attracted to men. What about men that makes you attracted to them? Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Put you in a corner.
What about men?
Would you
I like tall guys.
tall
Yeah.
guys?
How tall?
Like my height or taller.
Yeah. So you wouldn't date a guy that's 5'6"?
Not 5'6".
I mean, he's making all kinds of gains. He's got muscle. He got 6-pack. Very good looking.
Yeah.
But it's 5'6".
I mean, look, I like muscles too, but
Yeah.
But you're how tall?
I'm 5'11" and a half. So I'll go like if it's close, it's okay. So it's like
So he can be 5'9".
Yeah, that's 5'10" generally
5'10"?
is like.
Yeah. So you like tall men?
Yeah.
What else?
Nice smiles.
Yeah.
Nice smiles.
You just got uncomfortable there for a second.
So you said
didn't wanna
tall
make
guy
eye
that's smiling,
contact.
What?
you just get turned on.
But tall.
No, well, it depends. Like I like us that.
Do you have a preference? Like what nationality, ethnicity,
Race.
or anything like that?
Nope.
Nope.
You don't have a preference?
Nope. No preference.
I mean, I don't really have a preference neither, but
I don't
I can't fuck with black women no more.
Man, you just had to go there.
No, that first marriage, it's like, man, I can't
Yeah,
deal
my
with this.
first marriage. I was married to a black woman. I think it's more that we were just too young.
Yeah.
But man, oh my God, I got tired of chasing her.
Oh yeah.
Start getting my ass beat.
Yeah, for you, it was just you getting your ass beat.
sensing some. I'm sensing some frustration with you guys and black women. This podcast is this like a general?
Yeah. I'm
I
telling
got
you.
trauma, all right? I've been traumatized.
Yeah, women, man, black women, they will fight you. I've never had that with a white woman.
No,
or a
you know,
Latino.
white women are the worst in divorce
Yeah.
court, though.
Yeah,
oh my
they take
God.
everything.
Oh, they take it everything.
I had a divorce attorney. He told me that he said he would never marry a white woman
Really?
because of what they do in divorce court.
So he'd rather get his ass beat by a black bitch. Okay. He needs a reality check.
Yeah.
I take
I don't
my
know,
chance with a white
maybe-
chick.
Maybe he dates Latinos. I don't know. Like-
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for being here. What can everybody find you at?
So I'm on Twitter, PearlyThingz with a Z.
Pearly
On
things.
YouTube, JustPearlyThingz. on Instagram, JustPearlyThingz1, because they took away my first account.
Oh, really?
And I think I might start streaming on Rumble soon. So
Okay,
put in
we on
Just
Rumble.
Pearly Things. Yeah. I haven't done it so far, but maybe soon. So go there.
Okay. You gonna name it Just Pearly Things?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you come up with that name?
Yeah,
The handle, like
Yeah,
Just
the
Pearly
handle.
Things. It was a play on Just Girly Things because when I was in college, I was kind of just always odd, you know? Like I've always just kind of been a little quirky, whatever.
Right.
And I would like rollerblade around campus with my dog in a cat shirt.
Really?
That's a
Or
very
like-
woman thing of you to do.
Yeah. Or like all the girls would like dress up to go to parties and stuff, and I would just wear like a cat shirt. Like,
Oh, really?
I would just, I don't know, I just do odd things, I
Okay.
guess. And then they would, if I did something, girls on my team would say, "Oh, just Pearly Things."
Okay.
Yeah. Or I'd like bring my dog to like the gym, like to practice. I just,
Yeah.
Bringing the dog, huh?
yeah.
Okay.
So that was how they came up with it.
You've been great. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.